Are we ready for another guide for beginners? Cardio version? Probably the most commonly asked question is, how much cardio do I do? What cardio do I do? What do I start with? Do I do cardio before my weight training? Do I do it after? Cardio gets kind of misconstrued and everyone thinks that you have to do an hour of cardio to lose weight. You don't have to do cardio, just cardio to lose weight. It's just about increasing intensity in your exercise and having the proper diet according to what your goals is. So if it's weight gain, fat loss, maintain, whatever it is, it's just about having those all in conjunction with together, all on point. I'm gonna touch base on a couple things before we get into options for cardio. First thing we're going to talk about is everyone asks, should I do cardio first to lose the weight, then start weight training to build muscle? No! Do not do just cardio to lose the weight and then try to weight train. I've talked about this so many times. Let's say you're doing an hour of cardio and that's all you're doing, just to lose body fat. When you achieve around the goal or physique that you want of body fat loss, what's gonna happen when you stop? You're gonna gain it all back. Or you're gonna have to keep doing that hour of cardio on top of the weight training you're doing. Yeah, is this making sense so far? It doesn't make sense, actually. Like, it doesn't make sense to do it that way because you're just gonna set yourself up for disaster in the long run. You're just gonna hurt your metabolism. You're gonna get burnt out mentally and physically, and nobody wants to do an hour of cardio for the rest of their life. Yeah, it's boring and it's not good. It's not. There's some people actually love doing an hour of cardio just because of the endurance part of it, or just because they love running, and that's fine, but that's what they do it for. But most people do it to achieve fat loss. So don't do an hour of cardio first just to lose weight and then try to weight train. You want to start everything together, but you're not starting with an hour of cardio anyway. You always want to mix your cardio in with your weight training, or do just high intensity weight training. Some of your weight training can act as cardio because it spikes your heart rate up. It's just about fine tuning it and not overdoing one or the other. When I first started my fitness journey, I probably did about 45 minutes of cardio before my workouts, and they were intense cardio sessions every single day. When I look back at those photos, I had no muscle. I was like skinny fat. I know a lot of you guys talk about that. I had hardly any muscle. I didn't have a lot of fat on me, but I still had fat. My body was trying to hang on to fat in a lot of different areas, so I just looked soft, even though I was small. And then I started competing. And then competing, it ended up getting up to doing 2 hours of cardio a day, an hour of fasted cardio in the morning, an hour of cardio after my weight training in the evening. So it ended up being 2 cardios on top of an hour of weight training with a restricted diet. So I got really, really tiny. I lost even more muscle and my metabolism was ruined. Like, as soon as I stopped the cardio, as soon as I went back to a normal diet again, my body freaked out. I did not know how to process anything. I put on a lot of weight really, really fast. I went from like 119 pounds to 140 within a couple weeks. A lot of it was water retention, sodium retention, edema, but then fat too came with that. I didn't know about reverse dieting. I mean, that was the point in my life where what compelled me to become a nutritionist and also become a personal trainer and educate myself on anything I can. So that didn't happen to me again. It didn't happen to any of you. And I'm sure a lot of you are either experiencing this right now or are doing something right now. So just having this, being educated, will help you to avoid, any of this being your downfall in the future. Avoid what I had to go through. That's what I'm trying to help you guys. So you guys don't have that happen to you. Do I do cardio before or after training? All right, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, do not do cardio. If you're doing your full HIIT cardio session, do not do it before your weight training. You can warm up. That's different if you're just going at a slow pace, just warming your body up, warming your legs up. But do not do a full HIIT session, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes, whatever it is, before you weight train, because doing that, you're gonna completely deplete yourself before you even get to your weight training. So your energy, your glycogen stores, everything are gonna be completely depleted. So by the time you get to your weight training, you're gonna have no energy. You're just gonna cause muscle catabolism. I mean, so you're working for muscle gains, you know, lean muscle gains, whatever it is, you're gonna be backtracking. Weight training requires more strength, more power, more intensity, actually requires more calories, requires more glycogen from your glycogen stores. When those get completely depleted, what's your body gonna do to try to compensate for that lack of energy? It's gonna start breaking down muscle tissue. So warming up before a workout, maybe 10 minutes max, is just fine, and then finishing with a HIIT session. So you're gonna preserve more muscle that way, and you're gonna burn more fat that way too. So I think a good starting point can be anywhere between 10 and 30 minutes. Maybe I would say 4 times a week. Just start with that. Don't go above that. Don't do 6-7 days a week, because again, if you start with 6-7 days a week and you're doing 30 minutes or more, up to an hour, when you achieve what the fat loss it is you want, you're gonna have to continue that specific regimen just to maintain what you did. You don't want to keep continuing that. You want to have something that where you're only doing like 10 minutes, like maybe 1-2 times a week, and that's all you have to do to maintain. For example, me, I only do 2 10-minute HIIT sessions a week. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 10 minutes only. And I don't do it after leg days. All my rest of my training is very high intensity, so it acts as the cardio. I just don't do any other cardio machines on other days. So that's ideal. I think most people can handle that, and then you're not like overdoing yourself mentally and physically and hating life because or hating your fitness regimen because it's just too much. So really, I think a good starting point is maybe just starting with 10 minutes, 15 minutes HIIT. You know, some of you can do 20, 25, 30 minutes, but don't push it any more than that. You could do HIIT with that too, interval training, 3-4 times a week. That's it, max. You can even lower it to 1 or 2 times. So it just depends on you. Really focus on doing your weight training and doing a lot more resistance training. And you can do high intensity where you're doing 2 exercises back to back without a break. That is gonna be high intensity right there. Minimizing your rest from, you know, doing 2-minute rest to maybe 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 10 seconds. It just depends on you as an individual. Most of you starting out, you know, even not doing this high intensity stuff, you're just beginning is going to be a lot for you, and you're going to probably notice a weight drop just by starting out. But then once your body starts to adapt and plateau a little bit, that's where that high intensity, the interval training, all that stuff comes in, and it'll really help you from your body from adapting and it'll get you over that little plateau hump. Now, I recommend changing your cardio sessions maybe every 4-6 weeks, you know, doing something different, changing up what machine you're doing or how you're doing it, changing up the time. You know, it could be, if you're doing 10 minutes, maybe add in 5 more minutes. Or if you're doing 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, or maybe do 60 seconds on, 60 seconds off. So you can see how you can really manipulate and play with the time and how you do it. So you first of all, you never mentally get burnt out, but your body won't have a chance to adapt to that. If you're just doing, you know, 45 minutes, an hour of the same intensity, the same pace on a cardio machine, you can see why you would plateau and your body would adapt to that. And then in order for your body to even progress any more from that point, you're gonna have to add on to that hour and increase your intensity. And no, who wants to do that? No one wants to do that, and it's not awesome. No. Cardio is one of those things. I've had so many good experiences and so many bad experiences with it. For when I first started my fitness journey, I overdid the cardio. I mean, if you guys watch my transformation story, if you watch various different other videos, I used to do a lot of cardio. But I had lack of knowledge on the cardio, and I thought that was, you know, my body was used to dropping body fat by doing it that specific way, so I had to continue that. But it wasn't until I stopped, I had to let my body reset, refresh, and I had to go through fluctuations of gaining a bunch of weight and then losing the weight again, because I had to let my body reset. So sometimes it's just accepting that you're gonna have to go through a period you're not gonna be happy with physically, the way you look, because your body needs to reset and adjust and get back to normal again. So I've had plenty of bad experiences I've learned, and so that's why I'm just bringing this video to you guys. Is, you know, cardio is, unfortunately for a lot of this, with the lack of experience and the lack of knowledge, we think cardio is the way to weight loss. And so we overdo it, we ruin our metabolisms, we cause muscle loss. I mean, we get burnout, and then we hate it, and then we don't want to do it, but then we lose the motivation, and then once we lose the motivation, then we gain the weight, and then it just starts, you know, it's like a domino effect from there. Boom, 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 boom. I can't stress enough that when you start doing cardio, is not overdoing it. And that's why, I don't know if you guys have if you guys watched all my videos, how much I stress about cardio is not the answer. Don't do too much cardio. Like, you know, look at me over the period of years. I've gotten to the point where I'm doing 2 HIIT sessions a week of 10 minutes only, and look how I look right now. You know what I'm saying? Is I'm a perfect example of that. I'm not just throwing out, you know, BS to you guys. I'm really trying to share this knowledge with you guys and help to retrain that thinking and retrain your mind on just the whole fitness lifestyle. It's not about just doing a cardio machine. And there's the thing is there's so many ways of getting cardio. It can be, you know, martial arts, it can be kickboxing. I mean, there's so many different options and ways of being active. You know, riding bicycles outside, going jogging, going hiking, like things like that you can get cardio. It doesn't have to be specifically on a machine. It's good to change it up. It's good to have something different, not only to keep you happy, keep you motivated, and your body's gonna love you for it too. Went through a period where I stopped doing a lot of cardio, and then I started doing fasted cardio. I started doing like an hour and a half. It was like, for the last quite a few years, it was like going back and forth, and my body fluctuated a lot. And then you guys know this last year, I got really lean. A year ago, it got really lean because I was did a mini cut with a coach. Got really lean, which was awesome, but then I tried to maintain it for another like 8-9 months, but I was still continuing to do a lot of cardio on top of high intensity weight training. So that was a mistake on my part, is I was trying to do too much, and I didn't go off my low macro diet. My low macros. So then, you know, with everything else, I hit stress pretty hard, and then my body freaked out. Like you guys saw, I went through a period where I gained a bunch of weight back, but then I actually was like, you know what, I'm done. I need to stop. So I stopped, you know, cutting macros. I stopped doing all the cardio. I kind of just started doing things that I enjoyed. Now I put on a lot of body fat, which was fine because I needed my body to reset. I needed it to refresh. I needed it to take a break. But it was hard to gain a lot of body fat back. And, you know, you're losing definition, you kind of look soft, you kind of look thicker in certain areas. But you know what? When I look back now, I'm glad I did, because now my body is responding really well, and I don't have to do as much as I did before just to maintain the lean I currently have now. All I did is, you guys watched my recent video, I changed up my diet by cutting out just all the processed stuff, which I'm still continuing, by the way. And then I only do 2 leg sessions a week, and then I do some like full body workouts and core with my 10-minute sprints 2 other times a week. And then I'm also doing my Muay Thai training. It's all different stuff, and I don't overdo it. So that's the thing, and my body's loving it for me, and I'm really happy, and I don't have to do much to maintain what I have right now. So there's a good example for you guys. What's really sad to me is you see all over social media and Instagram posts, I mean everywhere, that people do an hour of cardio, and then sometimes they're doing double sessions every day. Keep in mind, a lot of these people who are doing this are competitors, and competitors have a certain regimen that they have to follow. If you're not a competitor, you should not be doing that cardio regimen. Now you need to stop if you are. If you're a competitor, that is different. Competitors have a certain protocol they have to follow, and you know, and then when they're done competing, they have a reverse, you know, they decondition the cardio, they have a reverse diet, they have a whole protocol they follow to come back from that. Or if you see people who are doing an hour of cardio every day and they're posting about it, and you see their physique, you got to keep in mind too, they have to continue that hour of cardio every single day to maintain that physique. So if you want to do that, go for it. But when you have to remember that when you do stop that hour of cardio, there's gonna be, you're gonna have some fat coming back. Yeah. So remember that you're only getting bits and pieces from Instagram's posts. You don't have the full, you know, educated information that's provided to you from these. So that's why, you know, YouTube videos are great, because people can put more information in there for you and help educate you on the proper thing to do, instead of just a post saying, hey, hour of cardio done. Because a lot of you I know are looking at them going, they're doing an hour of cardio, I have to do an hour of cardio too to look like that. It's not always the case. You know, who knows, they might be only doing an hour once a week. You never know. So you want to educate yourself. You know, watching my YouTube videos or somebody else's YouTube videos where they go into explanation about the cardio, you know, why, when, how, what, where, why, when, you know, all the good stuff. But for somebody who just wants to, you know, achieve some fat loss, you know, maintain, you know, I think it's a balance between your diet, your weight training, and the cardio. And again, you don't have to do a lot of cardio. It's just your workout in general, whatever it is. It's just about having it high intensity. You know, it doesn't have to be a cardio machine. It could be you're doing something with jump rope, or, you know, loop bands, or weights, or boxes. I don't care. Anything like that. That can be your cardio too. So you got to keep that in mind. So going back it's good to start small. You want to always have some of your cardio with your weight training. You don't want to do two of them separate. You want to do your weight training before you do your full cardio session, unless you're warming up for 10 minutes before, that is fine. But doing those in conjunction together, and then all you have to do is adjust them and change them and manipulate them as you start achieving more of your physique, your goal physique, then you can start to like change your cardio and your weight training at the same time, instead of doing one or the other. And you know, because anytime you lose body fat and then you try to gain muscle, you're gonna have some body fat that comes with it. So you might as well just do it all at the same time. That's how I've always done it. I think it's fine that way. So many things that you can do. And it's about being creative. It's about going beyond your comfort zone. It's about taking this one thing and not doing it for the rest of your life. Taking this, maybe doing it for like 3 or 4 weeks, whatever, then changing it up, adding to it. Don't be afraid to be creative or change it up. Change is good. Alright, so enough of the chit chat. Let's get into some ways you can do your cardio.